evening, everybody, and welcome to our very special guests and a podcast with the guests. So, this evening, Sanjay Dutt just inaugurated our podcast studio, which we have started for all the doctors here. So, you can actually use this for patient education, for doctor-to-doctor conversation, and so on. So, we thought the best person to do actually this podcast would be Sanjay Dutt. So, he was very kind when I asked him whether he'd be able to do it. He's very busy with a shooting of a film here, and he's come directly from the studios to be with us this evening. So thank you, Sanjay. Thank you. So there are also three reasons why the AIG and the faculty here are extremely grateful to you for being a part of this conversation. The first is, of course, you are a remarkable actor. I think your acting credentials. In fact, it was very difficult to get him past the lobby there. There's so many people. Baba, Baba, they're shouting at him. So it was very difficult to get him. The second reason also, I think he is one of the few actors who's emphasized this quality of empathy, which is, I think, very important for doctors. Empathy is a part of our treating patients. And I remember the movies where empathy becomes a major factor that you emphasized on. And the third important thing, and this is very important for especially we have a lot of oncology doctors here, cancer doctors. The third most important thing is that he's a cancer survivor. In 2020, he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. In the same year, he was cured. But cancer always can get back. And since then, he's been on regular checkups. And I think officially I'll declare here that recent scans done in AIG showed that he's cancer free.
Thank you, sir.
So he's a cancer survivor, and then I think this is something which is a remarkable thing in recent medicine. We have a lot of cancer survivors, and I think an example of somebody who can get over difficulties. Yeah. You come from a very privileged legacy. Your parents were legendary figures in the film world, and you grew up with them. So when you grow up with such legendary parents, what are the problems that you had? Of course, fame came very easily at the initial stage. What are the lessons you learned from them, and what are the memories you have of them?
So firstly, thank you very much for getting me here and treating me like family, which you always have. And it's a biggest honor for me to be sitting with such a legend, Mr. Nageshwar Reddy. And it's my absolute honor to be sitting here and talking about my life, and I can tell you guys one thing, I'm damn scared of needles. I think sir knows that. But what you asked, sir, it's, to be a son of such legendary people, it's a lot of pressure on a child,
Yeah.
And right from a small age, they already presume you're going to be an actor and this and that. So to that, my parents sent me to a boarding school. I was in a boarding school for 11 years.
In the initial period?
Yes, sir.
In the boarding school?
In a boarding school.
Where was that?
In Shimla, sir. Lawrence School, Sanawar, sir. I was there. So, they wanted to raise me as a normal child, sir. None of that film background and all that stuff. But, I got out of there and wanted to be an actor. And the pressure of being their son is so much, sir, that I can't tell you. Because you are absolutely in comparison with your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I worked hard in my first film. But then again I went into that crazy phase of drugs and all that stuff. And I was in a rehab for 2 years. But I came back but I knew one thing, I had to change something about myself. So I got into bodybuilding, I grew my hair long, where people couldn't understand why is he doing all this, So I had to break that image and I tried to do it, sir.
Yeah. So we all think that if you have a famous parent, it gives you a lead and it becomes very easy. But the other way around, fame actually created a lot of problems for you.
Yes,
you had to overcome a lot of things.
Yes, sir. It's not an easy thing, to be a son or, son to such big parents.
Yeah.
It really becomes difficult. But, you always have to, I think, create your own identity.
Yeah.
At least I'm talking about the film industry. I think doctors ke liye bhi same hoga, I don't know. But yes.
No, but doctors are not public figures, so it's easier for our children to, much
sir.
less problems.
But-
But what are the memories you have of them, of your parents? Your parents' memories, because your mother died a little early,
Yes, sir.
and then father was little.
So mom, she died of cancer, unfortunately, pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
But in the late 80s. So, I mean, even like the technology today was not available at that time. There was this massive surgery which was done.
Yeah.
So
I remember they went to New York and then got
Yeah,
surgery.
we did it in the Sloan Catering, sir.
Sloan Catering, yeah.
And, there was a lot of complications with her. So, growing up, I was just young. I was about 19, 20 to see my mom, and we gave our platelets and we did all. My sisters were younger than me, but it was a very traumatic time, sir.
Huh.
My film was about to release.
Yeah.
So that was another pressure.
Huh.
And I was sent back when my mother was in a coma. Papa sent me back to complete the film. I just couldn't understand it that time. Why complete when my mother was in a coma and all that. Anyway, I did that. I came back and she really fought a amazing battle, sir.
So that was a good lesson that you learned in the beginning itself, that
Yes,
to
sir.
fight against.
Absolutely, sir. I saw her fighting, and I think, sir, she just wanted to come back home somehow or the other. And that whole fight she gave up once she came back.
Yeah.
And we lost her when she was back here.
So this is unfortunate. Even now, pancreatic cancer is a big problem, Sanjay. We have cure for so many cancers now. Like lung cancer can be cured, blood cancers can be cured. For pancreatic cancer is single most dangerous cancer even now.
Oh.
Some research is going on. Just a few months back, we had some drugs coming in which seem to double the lifespan of patients with pancreatic cancer. So hopefully we continue to fight against this.
I hope so, sir. Yes.
Yeah. And from a father, what are the lessons? He was, we get different views. He was very strict sometimes, liberal sometimes, and he was a gigantic personality. I think somebody, on screen, off screen, everywhere.
So we guys, we as kids were brought up very normally, sir, normal kids. Father, so he was really strict. But he told me one thing which was, when I think about it, he was so right, sir. He said, are you scared of me or do you respect me? What is it?
That's good. Scared or respect?
So yeah. I said, Dad, I'm scared of you. So he said, if you are scared of me, that means you have done something wrong.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, but if you're not scared of me, it's out of respect, I understand. But if you're scared, that means you're doing something wrong.
No, I think that's a good lesson even for the junior doctors here. If you are scared of your senior or the head of department, that means you've done something wrong. Yeah. If you have respect, that means that's a good lesson.
Yes, sir.
That's very important.
Yes, but he was a strict father. And I think he all these values, what we've got today is from him, sir. Absolutely.
I think the value system he created.
Yes, the values for seniors, for older people, for doctors, for, even if the doctor is junior.
Yeah.
But sir, we have to, at least I respect them. Because, they are my doctors, And,
No, we can see that the way you are with doctors, I think you have a very special relationship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In fact, before your movie, I think Sanju it was called, was made by Raju Irwan. He had come here once and he was telling me, this is one thing you should not miss, because Sanjay's life is so many ups and downs, highs and lows, so many different aspects. It's a very different, very colorful life, and you learn a lot of lessons from that. So you went through so many things, and like us, many doctors here, we have several problems sometimes. Even with patients, we do good things, sometimes it doesn't come out right. So we have these highs and lows. So what's your lesson from your life? How did you overcome these difficult periods and then come out so well from them?
So what I have learned from this is that, I think everybody, sir, runs away from a problem in life, whether it's alcohol or whether it's any kind of a thing, or people run away from a problem, sir. But what I have learned is to face the problem. And I think once you start facing that problem, I think you start dealing with it in a right way, with the right mind. Whatever it may be, jail or drugs or any cancer or anything, sir. I mean, you have to face it. I mean, you can't run from it, sir. And that's what I've really learned, sir, in my whole life journey. And I don't think it's a colorful life. Nobody should live that life, sir.
No, I think, but the lessons we draw from your life a lot, that each time you went low, again you came back.
Yes.
You know, it was never that it was like that. So many of us, you know, when something happens which is not what we expect and we get low, it's very difficult for us to get out of this. But the way you did it was remarkable, and your highs and lows were really, I mean, not very, very different from others. So I think that was a very important lesson.
Yes.
And you now tell us that we'll have to face it straight on. That's
Straight on, sir. Straight on.
So
I mean, sir, even you as a doctor, there must be such difficult patients you must be having.
Yes.
But sir, you face it right there and you
Yes.
deal with it, sir.
No, I think that's again another important message for doctors, that anything can go wrong in your life. Sometimes professional life, we do a surgery, we think this is good for the patient, but the patient dies. Then you want to be, I mean, you get so depressed.
Yes, sir.
You sometimes feel, why did I become a doctor? I don't want to stop, you know. At moments like this, what you say is absolutely right. You have to face it, say, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You have played so many different roles, Sanjay, all variety. For you, which was your favorite role? I know it's difficult to point one, but at least one or two, what you feel was there.
Sir, I basically like to play gangsters, sir. So, but actually, one role which was the most amazing role for me to play was Munna Bhai, sir. Yeah. And sir, actually it taught me a lot of things about being a doctor, especially MBBS, you know. Munna Bhai MBBS. It's like, so what I realized while doing that film and in my journey through with my mother and everything, that, you know, doctors, they have so many patients and they're so busy that they forget the human touch.
Correct. You're right, absolutely.
You know, and that is so important that in just 2 minutes it takes that you just hold his hand or the patient's hand and say, I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Munna Bhai MBBS taught me, sir, really.
Yeah. No, you actually taught a whole generation of doctors also
Really?
the importance of this empathy and all, because I think the way the film was so realistically made, people started, you know, even doctors, we realized that I think empathy and the human touch is very important. It's often missed in the busy schedule.
I think, sir, 30% of the problem goes there only,
Exactly,
sir. Human touch.
I would say even more, 70%.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, sir. Especially you have a pretty doctor like Sevanti ji.
Yeah.
So I think it's also
oncologist,
80% is gone, sir.
yeah, that's important. So also I think what Sanjay is emphasizing on is the appearance. So doctors have to have a certain decor, certain amount. The way they behave with patients makes a lot of difference. And
No, but sir, we don't even blame the doctors, you know, because there's so many patients, they're on their rounds and, you know, all that stuff. But yes, I feel that if you can spend 2 minutes with every patient,
that makes a difference.
you know, makes a big difference.
So the villain roles are coming to, I think you like to play a villain role, which is very unusual for heroes. Established heroes don't want to play. In this villain, you're talking about Gita, the sayings in the
yes,
Gita,
yes,
which I felt was very unusual.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
this film, I think, is again, although you're playing villain, you're wanting to play villain, but still there's some goodness coming out of it.
So there's no goodness in this guy, sir. Actually, sir, to be honest with you, I played this character and it was such a complex and a difficult character to play, sir, that while seeing the movie, even I got scared of this guy. That's not me, sir, really.
Yeah.
But he's got his own interpretation of the Bhagavad Gita. He's just a madman, I think.
So there are people like that in the world. And
I have not seen any, sir, but but yeah, I mean, this was one of the most amazing roles I've done, sir.
Yeah. And so you think the audience expectations are changing now? Since you started to now, is there a change?
Sir, when it started, the industry was like a family, sir.
Yeah.
Everybody was together, everybody was helping each other. Now it's become more cutthroat, it's become more
Like
different.
all other professions, I think it happens everywhere.
Everywhere, sir.
Even in medical profession, it used to be a whole big family, and now there's this cutthroat competition.
Yes, sir. So, that is what's happened there, and it's sad, but I hope it comes back,
Yeah.
Like Hollywood is yet there, sir. Hollywood, everybody's together, they're friends.
Oh, you feel that different?
Huh, sir?
Hollywood is different from here.
Yes, sir. I mean, it's competitive, but it's very healthy.
Healthy competition.
Yes.
So in different film industries, in different parts of the country or different parts of the world, there's a different culture then.
So out there, everybody is very together. All the actors are together, writers are there. You know, there's these bodies which are, even if you look at the Oscars,
Yeah.
you know, it's so much of togetherness. You know, for every actor who goes and receives the award,
Yeah.
there's no kind of jealousy. There's that. You know, everybody is there, so it's beautiful.
But here also, Sanjay, I find, because we get a large spectrum of people, politicians, doctors, lawyers, actors. One of the things I found is that when actors come, they never talk bad about another actor at all. Whereas a lawyer or a doctor would do that. They never. So actors seem to have some sense of togetherness.
Yes,
they
sir.
don't want to criticize each other so much.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unless very rare cases are there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you had, coming back to sympathy factor, I appreciate because a lot of cancers in your family. I think mother had cancer, then your wife had, Richa had cancer. Then of course you survived. So this experience has taught you, I think, empathy as being very important.
Empathy, sir, resilience. You know, I've seen so much. Yeah, I've seen a lot of cancers. So as I told you, my wife, Richa, she suffered from a glioblastoma multiforme.
Yeah.
And again, sir, those days, I mean,
Yeah,
the
they
machine
were-
you
I
showed me
Yeah.
was not
Did
there,
not.
but it was, again, pure resilience for a patient to go through that kind of
Yeah.
trauma, sir, you know, because having a brain surgery 2-3 times, not losing any senses.
Yeah.
Then, sir, they did a bone marrow transplant on her, where she had to be on zero immunity and, you know, go through that in that bubble, sir.
Yeah.
You have to be put in and all that stuff. I think they do that with stem cells now.
Yeah. So there's a
so-
lot of changes now, last 5-6 years, on what's happening in cancer therapy, and hopefully we'll start conquering each of them.
Yes, sir.
So for many of the, I think the doctors here are treating cancer patients and cancer patient survivors also. I think this message is very important. We should see a clip of yours on this. I think somebody can play this clip. It's so different from the other role we showed you earlier.
Yes,
So
sir.
you play so many variable roles,
Yes.
and you manage to look so totally involved in your role. So when you're preparing for these roles, do you go into the depth of the characters, study them? How do you do that, sir?
Sir, I don't do anything, sir. I just hear the script and I go to the sets and the director tells me do it like that, and I
So
just
this
do it.
is natural. So you think actors are born or have to be trained? So doctors require a lot of training to be a good doctor. So for actor, is there some genetic element there because
Sir,
both your parents?
it depends, sir. Some can be genetics, some. I think, sir, it's just like a doctor only, sir.
No.
I think the more movies you do, the more mature you get, the more, you know, the avenue opens up, you know, for an actor, sir. Yes.
So it gets better with practice.
With time, sir.
But some basic skills, I think you also get as your part of your.
So there are schools and there are places where people go and learn. But acting and film industry is, I think, different than being in medicine, sir.
Yeah.
You know, out here you need to go and you need to study, you need to know the molecules and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But sir, out there, there's no molecules only to study. You go and you perform.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think so. You've been a son, you've been an actor, you've been a father, you've been a cancer survivor. How would you describe yourself now?
I describe myself, I think I'm a good father, I'm a cancer warrior, and ultimately, sir, what my father taught me is to be a good human being.
Yeah, I think that's a.
You know, that's the main thing.
I mean, that's absolutely right.
Yes.
Good human being is ultimately whatever profession.
Absolutely, sir.
That
Absolutely.
makes a difference, and that's a good message to us. So you acted, of course, several roles, number of things. So if you had to do one role now, looking back, any actor who has done this, what would you think you would select? A role in a Hindi movie, which,
So I would do something like Scarface, sir.
which one?
Scarface is a movie done by Al Pacino, sir.
Uh-huh.
It's again a gangster film, actually. But it's a great film, sir. Great performance.
So this famous, I think, Jaddu Ka Jappi
Yes,
that you
sir.
keep doing, this has become extremely, I think, very popular among lay
Yes, sir.
public, among doctors. I will see a scene on that. The audience here that Sanjay really does it in real life. Of course, you can't do it to 450 people here, but still, but it comes very spontaneously. I've seen
Yes, sir.
that is it started with this, or was it from beginning?
I've been always like this, sir. But this thought again has been created by Raju,
Yeah,
and hats off to him, sir. I mean, what he's done
yeah,
and created as in a film and this Jadoo Ki Jappi.
yeah.
It's such an important thing, you know.
I think it shows two things: thank you and sorry. These are the two very important expressions that we forget in our daily life.
Yes, sir. You forget that, you know, forgiveness.
Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow, I've also learned this during my jail term, sir. I learned to forgive, you know, and why should, sir, Havaldar taught me this.
Yeah.
You know, he told me, he said, learn to forgive people,
No.
and you'll grow more in life. Oh, Havaldar, sir.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I know he's hurt you, but you forgive him.
Yes.
But it's very difficult to do that. But
No, I think that's a very important message for everybody here, that the people can sometimes hurt you.
yes, sir.
There are instances which may be not very pleasant, but still forgiveness becomes very important.
Very important.
And sometimes thanking people and saying sorry.
Very important.
So
Sir.
these are very important.
Yes.
I think these are actually more than pictures. They teach you life, which is
Yes,
I
sir.
think something which.
Absolutely.
What gives you the strength, Sanjay? I see you always very calm. You don't get agitated. Where does the strength come from? Faith, spirituality, or what exactly?
Sir, to be honest with you, I don't do yoga, I don't do meditation, I don't do anything. I go to the gym, I go to work,
You exercise every day almost.
I work out, sir.
But how does your mental strength come? Of course, physical strength we know, but mental strength?
Sir, I'm a Shiv Bhakt.
No.
Lord Shiva is everything to me.
No.
And I think, sir, you have to fight in life,
Yeah.
you know, for everything.
Yeah.
You know, since you're born,
Yeah.
I think you're fighting till the time you die.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when you are born, the first thing you are fighting is for oxygen
Yeah.
and till the last breath, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, till you gone. So you're fighting right from the baby to the time you are burnt in this thing. So I mean, you have to be a fighter. You can't just give in. You just can't give up. This is what I've learned, sir, is that, and like I said, face the problem, deal with it, and tell that problem, I'm here. What is it? You tell me. I'll deal with you.
Yeah. No, I think those are extremely important message. So Sanjay, thank you for giving us so many messages,
No.
and I think all the experience that you had in your life, which I know there's so many difficult times, good times, the way you got over all those, and now you have such a happy family. And again, congratulations for being a cancer survivor.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
before the audience leaves this auditorium, from your long journey that you had, so many important occasions that you've gone through, what would you leave a message for them? Something for them to look forward to, how they should. They're all some old doctors, young doctors, cancer survivors. What would you say?
I mean, cancer survivors here, sir.
Yeah. There's some.
Yeah, I mean, just don't give in to this. I mean, it's just another disease. I feel it's like, for me, it's like a viral flu, and you got to fight it. You
I
can't.
think our oncologists will be very happy to hear that there are many of them.
Yes, sir. And I know it's difficult, but I mean, you got to face it, and you got to face it with a smile, no matter what. I know my hair and all that falls off with chemotherapy, and for a lady, it's a big thing, sir. But that does not matter. That does not matter. It matters is the fight.
Huh.
What you're doing, and you should never forget that these people sitting here in the blue and sir, these are your support systems who will hold your hand and take you out of that. And that's what they've all. Thank you to all the doctors here, you know, for doing what you guys do for humanity, for saving people, for helping people. I think I should clap for them.
Yeah. So Sanjay, I think this is, we took a lot of your time, but
No, sir.
we are extremely grateful, thankful for what you have done. And I think thankful for all the fantastic messages for all the people here.
Thank you, sir.
I think this has truly made their day today.
Thank you.
And I think the messages will stay for very long in their life.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Sanjay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.